between the periods 1883 to 1937, Barbados's railway had gone through several times financial difficulties. Metaphorically, the contours of each time can be characterized as symbolic of a single scene in the context as a mise-en-scène conversation, since the same was captured within the cultural and historical lens of Barbados. This criticism evidently lends itself to a remarkable discussion, especially since the annals of history have reported that in 1845, the first proposal to build a railway signifies a visual theme in Barbados that came about with a line envisioned to run between Bridgetown and Speightstown. In light of such a revelation, a series of developments followed. In 1850, only a small amount of the capital had been raised and the projects would stop. 1873, proposals were being made to build a track in Barbados. 1877, a company had been formed with a board of directors who agreed on the initial details of the train line. Further, it was revealed that an argument was advanced which explicitly proposed that with the great success of the train systems being built across the United Kingdom, it was again felt that a train in Barbados would be very useful to move sugar from the various factories to the city as well as people around the island. As a consequence, in 1905, a new company called the Barbados Light Railway Company Limited was formed and began service. At this juncture, by 1916, the government of Barbados had took over the railway service. However, 18 years later, to be exact, in 1934, the service for passengers was discontinued as a result of safety factors, which led to the railway system closed down in Barbados the 12th of October 1937. In 1938, the government sold the rights to the steel and tracks were removed. Since every action creates a reaction, it should be noted that within this setting, approximately 80 years later, November 2018, visitors to Barbados had a new activity to enjoy: a train ride at St. Nicholas Abbey and Cherry Tree Hill on the St. Nicholas Abbey Heritage Railway. It is reported that restoration of the German locomotive has been completed.
Aggressive breed of body. So anyway, that's a good name for this engine. Reason being, this actually is based on a mining locomotive, which obviously you can see the connection is living in the ground. Now, this engine never operated in a mine. We can tell this because it has this lovely cab, which a mining locomotive would have never had. So you would have had this cut short here, and the driver would have sat squat and in the mine, which is very low. Right, so that explains the long, low look. Any of you heard of a Gardner diesel engine?
Yes.
Okay, well this uses the Gardner and Son 6LXB.
Okay.
Which was one of the last engines that they made and considered to be one of the best.
Okay.
This locomotive was built in 1971 by Hudswell and Clark.
Okay.
They were a big manufacturer of locomotives and other railway engineering in Leeds, England. So this is actually one of the last locomotives that was built at their works before they closed. If you're wondering what this box or this protrusion coming off the side is, that contains the compressor.
Okay.
For the Westinghouse air brakes, invented by George Westinghouse in the 19th century. That became the safest and best braking system for trains, and actually is also used on commercial trucks today. There are 6 cast iron brake shoes on this locomotive, which are these sort of plain unpainted blocks. That actually is what stops the engine. There are an additional 24 of those cast iron blocks on the carriages. So we have a very safe braking system. There's no chance of a runaway carriage or a train or anything like that. No. We have tons of safety, built-in safety features. Right, and I guess that's about I will tell you, it operated at a place called Shotton Steel Works in North Wales.
Okay.
It actually had a very short working life. It only worked for 10 years.
Wow.
Before the actual government shut down the steel plant. And this spent most of its life sitting in sheds. So we're quite lucky that it was not scrapped.
Wow.
And we're honored to be the caretaker for this. We have 2 of them. This is number 50, and its brother, number 49, is inside the shed. Yeah, we're just waiting on brake shoes for him. Okay, well, the steam engine will be, the owner has told me the steam engine is the Empress. This is a 30-inch gauge track, which is original to the one that we had in Barbados, and it was laid by a gentleman named Everard Calthrop in 1898, and it was considered to be one of the best gauges. It helps you to get around sharp corners, which we do have here. We have some fairly tight radius bends and steep radius. So credit to the British, I guess, for giving us that.
That's why it's called Little England.
Yes, correct. And so the owner of the railway, Mr. Warren, was very adamant about keeping those details true. And I do appreciate that.
And clearing of the route is underway. The round-trip ride started at St. Nicholas Abbey. Will cover 3 kilometers and lasts for approximately 45 minutes. Including stops. One of the highlights will be the stop at Cherry Tree Hill with its magnificent views of the Scotland District countryside and eastern coastline. Overall, such a nuance, namely Heritage Railway, is an economic decision that expands heritage tourism and presumably answers the quincentennial question, why Barbados is characterized as Little England.